to have tenants at our apartment building. Say, oh,
It
I'll
got
be back with
really
the
quiet in here. That's pretty cool.
and they
Welcome,
come with all the
fellow
money before they
Rotarians
come back.
and many, many guests to the May 9th meeting of the Las Vegas Rotary Club. My name is Tony Kern, and I am honored and proud to serve as your 101st president of the greatest Rotary Club in the world. We already have people waiting, just waiting in the wings. I would like to ask past President Karen Wisenhunt to come forward along with Michael Williams for the invocation and song. Karen, you love the steps. Michael, where are you? Oh, Michael? Oh, here you Michael. Michael Williams. You have to come forward. You have to listen. Come forward. Thank you, Debbie, for the...
In the words of one of my favorite people, Mother Teresa, in a world where you can be anything, be kind. Let us pray together. Our Heavenly Father, we are gathered here today for our Rotary Luncheon. We come with hearts full of gratitude and minds open to the possibility of service to our community. We thank you for the nourishment before us and the hands that prepared it. As we celebrate Mother's Day this weekend, we are grateful for all the mothers who tirelessly take care of our families. In these troubled times, we lift our collective desire for world peace. Grant us the wisdom to sow seeds of harmony in our community and beyond. Guide our actions as we strive to make the world a better place. May our efforts reflect our boundless love for all humanity. Help us to embody kindness in all that we do through our words and deeds. Let us interact, be infused with empathy, understanding, and respect for one another. May we always seek to uplift and support those in need, recognizing the dignity and the worth of every individual. As we share this meal together, may our bonds of friendship grow stronger. May we find joy in each other's company and inspiration in our shared mission of service above self. In your infinite grace, hear our prayer and lead us in caring for and respecting our families as we serve those less fortunate in our community. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
And Michael for song.
I thought I was doing song next week.
Ta-da! But you're ready.
I had it all planned. We were going to do Be My Baby by the Ronettes from long ago. With the words and everything, which Abel always takes care of. But I'm not prepared. So what would you like to hear? Let's all sing
America.
America.
God bless America.
God bless. Let's do God bless America.
God bless America, yeah.
Ready? God.
Ready? Hit it.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Okay, would you
Great job.
please join past President Karen Wisenhunt and Michael Williams in our Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Well, it's coming down the pike. There's not that many meetings left. So you won't hear me yelling and screaming. Where's the red, blue book, green book, whatever color book, or recycle. And John, we started, I think, on time today, 12:15. Okie dokie. As you all know, The only way we can do this meeting is by having a group of people help and assist. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank those people for setup. Dr. Kathy Mayhem and Bob Warner. Welcome back, Bob. Our greeters are Rita Burton and Lynn Ng. Thank you so much. Guest table greeters, Sean Sennett, or to me, Fred. Ticket sales, it was the world. Bob Heiser, Ed DeMonico, Karen Wisenhunt, you name it, they were up there. I think Sarah was tearing tickets. Everybody was doing it. And Brock, I think I might beat you today. I don't know. We have our photographer, past president, Jim Tucker. Scribe is Aaron Campillo. You did a great job last week. Thank you. Our AD team, Stu Liboff and David Jones. Welcome back, and everybody, thank you. And are you all ready? Thank you. Our chair done today, because I can compete with you. Tucker Sappington and Don Holland. And our sergeant at arms, I am honored, is Pete Samolis. So thank you. And we can give a round of applause to everyone who's contributing. Bob, we were supposed to have someone from Croatia. They have not yet arrived.
I've got the flag ready.
Okay. You're ready. So when they come, we can do that. Whenever. Do we have any visiting Pete, you ready to run around? I'm sorry. You get to turn the mic on and finish chewing and wander. Sorry, Pete. Do we have any visiting Rotarians joining us today? If so, hands raised. Hearing none, seeing none. Okie dokie. How about, except with the education table, we'll skip them for now. Guests of Rotarians. Hands up real loud and proud. We're not going to introduce you.
Hi, everybody. My honored guest today is my sister, Cindy, from Northern California. She's here a week. We're going to play a lot. So, welcome, Cindy.
Yeah, welcome, Cindy. Other guests. Janice, Karen, all over.
I'm delighted to introduce Corey Fagan. She is the executive director for First Friday. If you've never been down there, it's a wonderful event. So, yeah, welcome to Corey.
Welcome.
Hi everyone, it's my pleasure to introduce Cheryl Silver. She is the owner of Creative Design Studio, and some of you may remember she used to work for Kathy Dalby and keep that office running for 10 years, and now she has her own company. So welcome.
Welcome. And we have any other guests of Rotarians? Okay. Well, then that means we're going to go to our education table with our educators behind you. Start where? Oh, with Kathy.
There. We have a gift today for the principal of Rackman. It's we're to congratulate Rackman for getting one of the top 5 magnet schools in the country. Presidential. Thank you for this awesome gift, and thank you all for always having us here and always supporting us. Truly a true partner. You guys take care of our school, so thank you very much. One thing that Kathy wanted me to mention is that we are getting rebuilt. So our 1961 school is our last few days, and it's kind of bittersweet. So we're kind of saying goodbyes to all the murals and all the outdoor gardens, and we're packing up, and we're going to be in portables next year for 9 months, and then we're coming back at the same site into a 2-building brand new school. So we're looking forward to that as well. So good things at Bracken, and once again, thank you. With me today, I have my 2nd grade teacher, Kim Montesino, and we're really happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Bob.
And Stanica, just again, for the people that weren't here, your kids did so well in Kitterack.
I am the outside.
So thank you.
You only like the
Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians and guests. I have
John and I go to dinner.
VIP heroes.
It's perfect. I eat the outside, he eats the
The
inside.
principal and the assistant principal, and I'll let them
I saw
introduce
Bob
themselves.
eating the inside. I said,
Hi, I'm
"That's perfect."
Stacey Sadie. I'm the proud principal of Hollingsworth Student Academy. And with me, I have Amy Johnson. She is my second principal, so I went from, I like to say, 0 to hero, because I went from no assistant principal to 2. So I'm very excited to have that extra help within the building. I'd like to really quickly send a shout out to Kurt and Stu's son Sam. They all came to our field day. Kurt came in a suit and actually helped the kids play games, and it was awesome. So thank you, as Sanika said, thank you for all of the support, because honestly, that keeps us going. So thank you for that.
You're still standing.
I have Walter Long here. I have the assistant principal, and I also have a teacher. I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Kristen Besh. I'm standing in for our principal, Rigel Teacher. We have a lot of things going on right now, but first I want to recognize that it is Teacher Appreciation Week, and I also have a wonderful teacher with me, first grade teacher, who will be going into resource next year, so she's going to try something different, so we're really excited for that. And I used to babysit her when I was little. I'm not old enough. I was 10 when I babysat her, so that's what. Bouncing off of Kitteract, we just went to the farmer's market down in Summerlin a couple weeks ago with our Kitteract kids, and our booth was voted the most spirit decorative. So that's super exciting, and you guys have always worked with us really well with our Kitteract kids and projects that we do. We really do appreciate all of the support, and thank you again. And we're ready for summer. It's more weeks, so thank you so much.
Thank you for joining
We're
us.
keeping this right by you.
And what is your first grade teacher's name?
Thank you. Angelina Basile. I was like, did I say your name?
You may have, but it's good to say it again. Welcome, welcome to all of you. Any other guests of Rotarians? Have we covered everybody? I think we have. So, guests of the club, Melanie, you're up probably for several, 1 or 2. Yes, we have several guests of the club today. We have Heidi Woodruff from Evergreen Home Loans, and we have Kim Chitwood from Toledo Bank.
Yes,
And then Kim has guest as well.
I have Dawn Ramos here with me, and she is with Insperity, and they do human resources, payroll, anything business related.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you enjoy yourself. Any others? Okay, so now that leaves me the honor and pleasure of the head table. I don't even have to have a piece of paper in front of me. Our speaker today is Amy Newborn. Amazing, great TED Talk. Who knew? Who knew? And her sidekick, her husband, Mike Newborn. And welcoming back our director, Carrie Gross. So welcome to all of our friends and guests. It's good to see everybody. Now, Barbara. Pete, where are you? Got back this way. You're going to be able to tell Pam you did a lot of steps today. Barbara's got something to tell us about as far as Super Bill, because she was our superwoman from this club that went.
I felt like a superwoman building a house out there. It was amazing. I got on the roof and I pounded some nails, have a higher appreciation for construction workers. I mean, it was great. Anyone who hasn't been able to experience the Super Builder Rotary, you really, really need to. I promise you. Newer, older, if you haven't done it, you have to experience it. This is my second time doing the Super Build. First time, it was just, the fulfilling after is just undescribable. Once again, every time you leave there to see the looks on that family's face, it's just an amazing feeling. I can't say the words, you just have to do it to be able to experience it. It's not very long. I mean, we get there to the site, I think 9 a.m. by the time we finally get there, and we're done by 4:30, 5 o'clock. We built a house in one day. Not only did we build one house, but we built 2 houses that day. We had 2 buses out there from Rotary clubs to Core Zone, who is the actual, they started this, I think, in the 1970s they've been doing this. We all work together, and even the locals that are there in Mexico, Tecate, Mexico is where we're at, they come together and they help the family. The family who was not just given this house, they actually earned this house. They do community work in their community to earn this house. They're not just given this house. The mom, I have pictures of it. Sorry you guys don't have that up. I should have sent them to you, but you'll see them shortly, hopefully next week. But she was actually on the roof doing it with her 2 sons. And it's scary up there, let me tell you. I was up there and it's scary. I did like the first half and then I had to go down because it was scary. Anyways, you guys gotta do it.
Also, so that you're aware, our Janelle Sorrell was also, or Trejo, I'm not sure which name she's using. She also joined from the club with Barbara down there, and they did have 2 houses this year. So it was a very good showing. And if you're interested for next year, in next year, Mike Kudaman, I believe, is the chair for that. So thank you, Barbara. Let's jump real quick to Rosalie for the VIP tour.
Hi, everyone. So reminder, we are doing a corporate tour. It is June 7th. It's going to be at Howard Hughes College of Engineering. Really excited that we got this planned with UNLV. Begins at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Parking will be available. A map should be coming closer to the time of the event. There will be a happy hour to follow. It will be at Firefly Tapas Kitchen and Bar. Heavy hors d'oeuvres will be provided in a cash bar. And it's $25 donations to our foundation, the most important thing. So we'd love to have a great turnout. The Green Book is going around. Sign up.
Thank you, Rosalie. Pete, can you go to Mike Kudaman, please, for the beach cleanup? I think he's here. There he is.
So it's summer ready. Well, spring and summer is getting hot. So we have our beach cleanup June 8th coming up. It's 4 weeks from now. Hopefully a lot of people will be able to volunteer because this is the weekend after, well, a couple weekends after Memorial Day. Memorial Day, Lake Mead is really very, very crowded and it gets very dirty. So we're there to pick this up, the dirt there. And then we're going to have a potluck and some fun in the water. So hope everybody will sign up. Not everybody, but people will sign up and volunteer for this. This is a fun event.
And I think it's, what, the 3rd year in a row? It's become an annual event. Thank you, Mike, for doing that. Let me do a couple of quick things. For those of you that have not yet signed up but may be interested, there still is time. On Saturday, May 18th, is our district training assembly. It will be in Pomona at the Pomona Complex. Due to the district conference being a cruise, certain events and things that are normally done at district conference will be done at the assembly, and that will include the 4-way speech test competition and the Dan Stover music competition, and both of our candidates are competing in that at that level. It is a higher price, $65 for the lunch to see the speech contest, and $125 at the Foundation Gala for the Dan Stover. But you can still go to all the seminars, drive there and drive back, like a number of our members are doing, to get good training and learning experience about Rotary and about leadership. Also, next up on June 1st, Greg McGuire, who is not here, is helping put together an all or multi-club Rotary Club, Rotary Park cleanup and family picnic. It's the hope and goal that this will become an annual multi-club event like we have SOAR and other things that are multi-club. It will be at Rotary Park. The city of Las Vegas is sponsoring and helping us with all of the cleanup duties. We will have,
There it is.
In front of me. How convenient. I don't need to say anything. Read the stuff that's out there, and we should have a sign-up going. I'd like to see a number of people. We have not yet figured out what the price will be. It's probably going to be no more than $10 per person, because this is not a fundraiser. It is gather the money that is needed to pay for the food. There will be games, all kinds of fun things, and you get to meet other members from other clubs. Also, on May 18th, which is even coming up sooner, we have our aviator game with the military. In this case, we have an opportunity for the aviators, the military people through the USO. They will be given tickets to see the aviator game on May 18th. We are seeking club members and any adult family members to assist with our military appreciation. May is Military Appreciation Month, and our annual event in cooperation with the USO is to treat the airmen. Is it up there? Oh, I thought you were going to fool me again. From Nellis. We need club members to volunteer, help set up tables and serve food. Do we have anybody that's willing to stand up and do that right now? You don't have to clean up and do right now, but to volunteer right now, we have a list going. But that's coming up. We need 4 to 6 people. Debbie, will you be around? Who else wants to follow Debbie? She's like the Pied Piperess. Okay, we've got a second person. I just want to make sure we have 4 to 6 people because we've got a lot of things to do. And as part of the things that we do, the food and the tickets are free to the airmen. And the military person attending will be receiving $20 to do what they need as a gift from this club. So thank you to all of you. Next, on June 6th, hang on to your seatbelts because you're going to be surprised at how much has been done this year. The goal was to have more engagement and more participation. And the members of this club did not fail and did not let us down. We will have our club assembly. Our directors are going to be saying all the things that we've done, showing you all the things that we've done. And Mateo Suco, our first arriving exchange student since COVID, he will be leaving shortly, so he will be giving us a presentation that day about his country and his city in Chile, and most of all, his experience with all of you and what he has done in the year before he goes on his cross-country train trip. So don't miss the June 6th meeting. With that being said, I am going to ask Leo, finish chewing. Our first corporate membership was WestCare, and WestCare has proven to be a wonderful contribution to this club. They bring their teams to the putting tournament, they bring their teams to the Santa Claus, and we've now had an opportunity to give back and help them out. So, Leo, I'm going to try it very carefully. It is, last name, Megagooditchian.
So my last name is pronounced Magardichian. I'm of Russian Armenian descent. I answer to anything between Mogadishu and machine gun, but please don't say machine gun in an airport.
Anyway, to interrupt his presentation, I just really want to thank the club for participating in the soup drive for WestCare. It means a great deal to me because I collaborated with Andrew to help us put together a program and do this as an annual event, so I'm super excited that we were very successful. And Leo is going to give us the details about that soup drive, and that's it. You're on.
Thank you for having me, Rotarians. I would be remiss if I didn't start off by wishing all of our mothers a happy Mother's Day. When we talk about even this soup drive and the title being A Soup for Every Child's Story, one of our programs is our Women and Children's Campus. And I will just say this, we're not quite as old as the Rotary. We're in our 51st year, so we're about halfway there. But what I will tell you is what started here in Southern Nevada is now an international organization. We have consistently worked with what I would call, if in simplest terms, our have-not population. A lot of our women come to us, they don't have anything. They've been forced into prostitution. They are victims of human trafficking, many of them. And then again, being homeless has caused all of the other issues that we understand and know that goes along with homelessness. So from the bottom of my heart, I just want to thank everybody. And Miss Rosalie the Rotary, and even my colleague, Mr. Andrew Moran, for coming up with this idea about getting business suits or suits for women. Men, clean out your closets as well. We'll be thinking about men real soon too. But what I will tell you is that our Women and Children's Campus, we have a boutique there. And what the goal will be, and we'll be able to share a little bit more after the event, is this Mother's Day, the women will be able to, besides to participate in a nice Mother's meal, they'll be able to go into our boutique and actually choose a suit of their choice for the event and for future events, meaning being able to dress for success. We were in this first round able to, that's not nice the way, too bad we can't model it a little bit better than that, but that would look good. The truth of the matter is what happens is a lot of these, when they come with really the clothes that are on their back. So then to be able to get some really nice suits in this way to go for job searches and so on and so forth. Because if you realize an individual can turn their life around, let's start off with maybe a substance abuse or mental health issue. Then there is what they call the social determinants of health, and so many other things that go along with that, which would be workforce development and so on and so forth. So to be able to successfully close these women, I will have pictures, I promise. I think Westcare is presenting on the 30th of May. I will have information and I'll show you some pictures and maybe even have some stories about the women who now are able to, from a beauty standpoint and from an attire standpoint, be able to really, Westcare's motto is uplift the human spirit. And you guys cleaning out your closets and helping these women to get some clothes that they can actually go places and be extremely presentable does just that. It uplifts the human spirit. So again, happy Mother's Day, and on behalf of all of the clients and all of the participants in Westcare, I want to thank you all and God bless you.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Leo, and thank you for clarifying your name. I apologize. And so that you all know, those lovely suits were actually donated by our own Annie Nuna. And everybody wrote a card on every item, so those recipients will know who gave them the gift that they are having. Okay, I'm going to hold off on the suspense. Doing something a little different. I have a little auction item for people who might be interested. If no one's interested, that's okay too. We have a book pillow. This is something that was handmade. Stick the book in the pocket for a little, and I was just going to auction it off if anyone has grandkids or has little kids, and the auction would start at $15. Susan has 15. Do we hear 20? Who's got 20? We got Randy. We got 25? I paid 25 for it. It's Jeff. Do we have anybody that wants to go up? Susan goes 30. Anything above 30? Going once? Going twice? Susan, what?
No.
Oh, no.
Where's the money go?
The money for this is going to go to our foundation.
$100.
Oh, well, okay. That took it to a different level. Thank you, Jeff. Going once, going twice. Jeff is the monkey around because there's no time to monkey around because everywhere you look, there's a book to be found. Thank you. $100.
Here, I'll do that.
Guess what? Get them out. Line them up. Okay. Cover your tables with tickets. Put them in numerical order. I will read all the numbers. Oh, wait a minute, Debbie. I'm so sorry. Boy, thank you for keeping me on my toes. Debbie has an announcement. It's the June 13th 25 Club meeting. Pete, can you just, I'm sorry, thank you. Thank you, Debbie, for standing up.
June 13th, I will be in
Good afternoon, Rotarians. Please mark in your calendars June 13th in the evening. I know it's 1 week later than we normally do our 25 club gatherings. It is our graduation, and we are going to do this at the Las Vegas Golf Club right here across from Town Square. That should bring everybody out because it's right in the middle for Henderson and Summerlin. So we hope to see everyone there. We have 9 graduates. Please come out. Please come support the 25 Club. and we should have some music and some golf bays and some fun. We'll see you all there. Thank you. Thank you. Now continue putting your tickets out. Tickets out, tickets out. I've been told or told to read all the numbers. Okay.
Tony,
Yes, ma'am.
I have, I'm going to the Philharmonic on Saturday, and I have an extra ticket. If you want to auction it, they can come with me.
Okay, hot off the press. Hang on, everybody. Please don't make me ding the bell. Thank you. Annie has an extra ticket to join her at the Philharmonic this Saturday. Do we know what Cabrera is playing?
Music.
Okay, it's music. So if somebody would like to join
it's
Annie
something really
on
important.
Saturday, we are going to auction off. You want to auction off?
Yeah.
Oh, what do you want to start it at?
Started at 150.
She says, started at $150. Not only do you get a ticket to go see Cabrera doing the Philharmonic, but you get to go with Annie. Okay, do we have 150? Everybody's busy Saturday night.
Well, then
That's okay. Thank you, Andy, for offering.
No, I thought it may be a good idea.
Thank you. See, now all of this has allowed you to get your tickets in order. I'm going to read all of the numbers. Okay, ready? Ready. Winning ticket 1075 957 1075. Whoa! Sean.
Here we go.
Sean said it.
You've got to win it. You've got to win it. Come on.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there are 5 tickets, and cards, of which 2 are the Joker.
The 2 jokers in there?
2 jokers.
He has to get it. 2 out of 5? Wow.
Here we go. And it's... Whoa! Unbelievable! Wow! Unbelievable! 5 tickets. Now there's 4. You're 50-50 chance next week.
Next week, everybody.
So next time, how many jokers will there be? Two.
Yeah, there'll be 2 out of 50-50 chance. Oh my God.
4 cards, 2 of them winners. Wow. Oh, but you want the gift card. They still get the lunch.
Brock,
Are they offering the...
do you think I have asked you?
I give those away when I get them.
I don't
You
know
can
how
get
this
nothing
happened.
for $50.
But you still have to.
You know, there's always a first. Holy cow.
Okay.
All right, let's go to the Lowry's box. So close, but yet so far. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 3175 905. 3175 905. Do we have somebody? Rock! Yay!
Woo!
Is it better to buy the tickets early or late?
It doesn't matter because they mix them anyway.
It was $20,198 plus today's
Oh, yeah.
catch. So it's
50-50 chance next week?
Sorry, Michelle.
Wait, you won't be here. You're going to be...
So,
No, next week. I'll be here next week.
you got 10 minutes to have fun and socialize. Enjoy yourself.
I'm going to tell my wife that I'm going to... Because she loves it.
Next week is the... See, I have next
Yeah.
week. I'll be here actually next week. And the week after. See, I don't leave. I leave for Brian Head tomorrow. Oh, but I'll be back. I don't leave actually for Central Day. On Delta flight 7 a.m. until the 10th of And I go to Nice, and the chauffeur would pick me up, take me to my friend's house. She has a house, the pool and the ocean.
I will recycle this.
Every year we go there at least once or twice.
I'm gonna tell my wife wants to go back to Paris, but I'm gonna say let's make a little side trip for a week and go to the
Yeah,
beach.
because you fly to Nice and then you can go to you rent a car, you can go to Saint-Tropez, you can go to Monaco.
Thank you.
You can go to Monaco, you can go, see, you're going to do so much.
She wanted to go back and see all the museums she didn't see the last time we went.
Well, she has to spend a week going to museums. She wants to see
Well, that's why we want to go for 2 weeks. But if we do the week in Paris for that, then we could do the other week in Saint-Tropez, Monaco, and just
there's something else you must do. Rent a car and go to Mont Saint-Michel.
Saint-Michel?
Mont Saint-Michel.
Mont Saint-Michel.
You drive there. First of all, you go through all the chateaux in France that they built.
Oh, thank you. I was going to take that too.
And then
recycle. Thank you.
And then you go to Normandy.
And Normandy as well.
Yeah.
See, there's
on
so
the
many...
way to the Mont Saint-Michel. It's a mountain. It's in the middle of the ocean. And when there is the high tide, you can go. When there's the low tide, you can go. I remember I took my husband there. Oh, because I'd gone with my kids many times because the kids get the fish cake out of it. And then I said to him, I can't explain it to me because. So finally, when we were driving and you could see, he stopped and he said, "Oh my God, I couldn't understand that you were there." And then when we got the room, I said, at night you can. He said, yeah. So we had dinner, and then we come out, and there was a little water, and he went out, and I said, we tried to leave now. He said, oh my God, you can't leave at night because the high tide, there's no way you can leave.
Oh, that would be fun too. That would be fun too. So lots of good ideas.
Yeah, so take a month.
So you're going to Paris when?
She just mentioned she'll be in Saint-Tropez in a month or so.
Oh, nice. Great.
But I'm thinking, my wife wants to go places, but she never pins it down unless we both do. And so I'm going to suggest maybe not. Summertime is the best time of year. Summer, not winter?
Not the winter, no.
So yeah. So I'm going to suggest we'll go back to Paris. We'll do a side trip to Mont Saint-Michel, Saint-Tropez, Normandy, Monaco, and just see the rest of it as we
It's going to
go.
be wonderful, yeah.
Well, my wife is the one that decides. I don't.
I took my granddaughters, my twin.
How to be happy.
That's like the smart man, right?
Yeah.
Happy wife, happy life, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, he learned that early. Yeah.
5 older sisters.
I bet they spoiled you.
They did. They did. I was 7 of 8 kids. So I had older brother, 5 sisters, me and my younger brother. And so I was spoiled. My younger brother was probably spoiled more, but I was pretty spoiled. Because I was toward the end, my older sisters were either married or out to college. And so my dad said, where do you want to go? So as soon as I graduated, I lived in Mexico for 2 summers. And then I lived in Jerusalem for 6 months. And then I was in England for 2 years. So I traveled quite a bit and saw, and when I married my wife, she had been to Disneyland.
That's it.
And Missouri. And Missouri one time. And that's it. She'd never been anywhere else.
Yeah.
And so since then, she's traveled quite a bit. Europe twice, Hawaii a couple times, Mexico several times, all across the United States. But she sang with Gladys Knight And so when Gladys and I had a choir and they toured, so they toured all over the country.
Oh, wow.
So she's now been more places than I have. But she also likes to pick where she goes and when. But I think the San Tropez, I would love to go there because I've never been. And I know she would love it.
I'm starting to think maybe I should take my granddaughters. They're twin granddaughters. They're 9 years old. To see like Antarctica, because it may be melting in a little bit. It's like Venice will be underwater.
One of the best trips I had was Antarctica.
Did you do that?
Oh yeah.
But what about the waves?
We didn't have any. We were so lucky.
Oh wow.
I've heard of horror stories about that, and it's.
Yeah. I know.
You know, Venice is another place I'm worried about because the water level is.
There's nothing to worry about.
But they have that wall they build that comes up, and you know that should help.
I need to see if I can find a picture, and you can tell me where this is, because my daughter went there. Where is it?
You never find something when you look for it.
I know. Well, usually I can find it faster on that, but it's busy.
Oh, look at this picture with Buzz Aldrin.
Look at that.
You know, yesterday.
You get to see so many fun people.
Listen, a couple of days ago, I had my carpet cleaned because I know I'm going away and I had retained. And then they took this box, a nice box, and they put it on the top. And yesterday, when I had them put it in the back, I saw this box all over here. You would not believe what I found.
Well, I just go back. I guess your friend got lost or
I remember when I got the best way of answer.
Your guest
I found this one.
With the time and the name.
And then I found this from George and Laura Bush.
Bush.
Yeah, to me, you know. And then this, my grandson now is 40 years old.
Oh, wow.
That was it.
Oh, wow.
With Siegfried and Roy, who were like my brothers for 50 years. That's baby. This is my best friend, Suzanne Summer. She passed away. Patrick Duffy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he did a show with him. This is Mel Brooks and Anne Bancroft.
Goodness.
We had dinner that was the funniest dinner I've ever had in my life.
I would imagine.
You remember him? Pat Hunter.
Yes.
Yeah. Carl Longer.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't even recognize him.
Yeah.
Wait,
Michael York.
what was his show? It was the TV show with Rome, and it was a detective show.
Yeah, I don't remember the name.
I don't know.
This is Michael
I've
York.
got her slides up. She's good? Okay.
Larry King. Lola Falana. Barbara Walters.
Hello?
Steve Wynn with his
I started 2 minutes early because the person introducing our lovely speaker today is my people. He's already been warned by his wife, secondarily by me, that has really no effect, but again, his wife, not to say anything to embarrass her. I told her to be brief so that she has time to talk, but it's Mike. So let's welcome Mike to introduce his lovely wife, Amy Reborn.
So anyway.
What a lovely introduction, Madam President. I really appreciate
He's been
that.
part of our family since 1984.
So,
He passed away.
I've got to tell you, looking out amongst you guys, I do love me some Rotarians. You guys, you'll never meet a better room full of people than a room full of Rotarians. And that's how you warm up the crowd. So, I do have a question, though. Madam President, is there really any jokers in that deck? Just, yeah, okay, all right. She's a Rotarian, so I guess we can believe her. So, our speaker today has given me a list of what to say, I had said what I was going to say be completely different and possibly embarrassing. So, our speaker today, she's a wellness advisor, author, speaker, and business consultant who specializes in high-performing women and helps them build 6- and 7-figure wellness businesses. She's the author of the best-selling book, The Great Escape, The Successful Woman's Guide to Escaping 9 to 5. You can tell I've read it many times. She spent over 15 years in finance, advising some of the top business owners in the country. In 2010, she figured out how to trade her multi-6-figure finance career to open her first fitness studio in California. She then wrote the franchise manuals for one of the large fitness franchises, and as of this year, she's helped over 100 studios worldwide open bar studios, Pilates, yoga, cycling, infrared sauna, all that good kind of stuff. In 21, she gave her first TED Talk. She was Mrs. Las Vegas in 22 and has shared the stage with folks like Magic Johnson and Jillian Michaels and Ariana Huffington. She loves helping women build wellness businesses that they love. If you have any questions, she would love to help you if you ever want to give a TED Talk.
It's my granddaughter. Nice.
My better 3/4 and 2 minutes. Please welcome a large Las Vegas Rotary welcome for my betrothed, Amy Newborn.
Okay, so I am not the person that likes to be in front of other people. I think part of the reason I married Mike is because he just pretty much takes over any conversation. So
I'm ready when you are.
Yeah. All right. So what I'm going to do today is I gave my first TED Talk in 2021, and I had applied probably 4, 5, 6 times before I was ever selected. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my TED Talk and tell you a little bit at the end about how they want a talk structured. And then I want to answer any questions you guys may have about getting on a TED stage. Because really, TED is a really good place to be able to get you the visibility and publicity to get on some of those other stages. So, here we go. So Tony Robbins said, change happens when the pain of staying the same is greater than the pain of change. My question is humans, why do we wait until something is so painful that we can't tolerate it anymore to find the courage to change? After a few years of extreme uncertainty, many people may be feeling pulled to make a change in your life. But how do you actually use that uncertainty to make positive change? It's a Sunday afternoon in 2005. I go for a run through my San Diego neighborhood, then head home and do a Pilates workout on my reformer at home, feeling like $1,000,000. Later that day, I pull into the Container Store with my husband Mike, my brother Chad, and my sister-in-law Julie. The guys, they weren't hugely excited about an afternoon of home organization. So they decided they were going to head off to the sports bar instead. I'm standing with Julie in the middle of the create your own closet section. And I all of a sudden literally could not hold up my body. I leaned back against a table, trying to hold myself upright. I had absolutely no strength. A few seconds later, the entire store goes completely black. I fumble around in my purse as I hear it ringing, and I thrust it toward my sister-in-law Julie, and I say, "Who's calling? I can't see this." A few moments later, Mike walks up, and as he comes up, I lay my head on his chest, and I say, "I'm really tired." I slide down his body as I crumble to the floor. Over the next few minutes, I can't see anything, I can't hear anything, and I can't move. He scoops me up and puts me in a wheelchair, and off to the hospital we go. As we drive to the hospital, I keep coming in and out of consciousness. Everyone's laughing at me as I keep saying over and over and over again, just take me home. I'm like a computer. I just need to reboot. Outside the hospital, I am becoming more and more aware of my surroundings. I look up at the building as we step out of the car, and I say to Mike, I can't go in here. This is Scripps. My hospital is Sharp. My insurance covers Sharp. He chuckles and he says, no, we're here. This is where you're going right now. In triage, the nurses kept asking me what I had taken. As I had never even smoked a cigarette in my life, I kept insisting I was clean and sober. But they didn't believe me because apparently that didn't really look like the truth. That evening, they took me to Sharp by ambulance because even in my haze, I was right. My insurance covered Sharp. After hundreds of questions and tests, they tell this healthy 29-year-old woman who woke up that morning feeling like $1 million that she threw a blood clot to her brain and had a stroke in the middle of the Container Store. The next few days were a haze of testing my cognitive abilities and physical deficits. But eventually, late Wednesday night, they cleared me to go home. I don't know what you would do after a stroke, but Thursday morning at 7 a.m., I was sitting at my desk, ready to see clients. I was so focused on doing what everyone expected of me that I was not listening to my body at all. I believe that when we're living a life that doesn't fit, our bodies try to tell us. They start first with a whisper, then a shout, and if we still aren't listening to the shouts, our bodies will literally knock us down. In order to better understand how a healthy woman collapsed in the middle of the Container Store, let me give you some backstory. The mantra in my house, probably a lot like yours, go to school, get good grades, get into a good college so you can get a good job, work there 40 years, and then retire with a large retirement account. I grew up in the Midwest. That was what I was told every day. I was a good girl. I did exactly what was expected of me. Perfect attendance, good grades, good college, good job that grew to a 6-figure finance career, and $1 million San Diego home. From the outside, it looked like I had it all, but on the inside, I was miserable. I believe that if you aren't growing, you're dying, and I knew that things were not right in my life. I was looking for opportunities to grow, and in the process, I learned about the lizard brain. Your lizard brain is your amygdala, a small almond-sized section in your brain, and it provides your most primal instincts of fear, hunger, and arousal. Your amygdala is the part of your brain that initiates your fight or flight response. Originally, our lizard brain kept us safe from a bear attack or a stampede of wild buffalo. Today, in modern society, we are not typically in danger of a stampede of wild buffalo. Today, our lizard brain causes us to fear anything that is unknown or uncomfortable. Do you know the #1 fear of Americans? Does anyone know? It is public speaking. According to Chapman University, the fear of public speaking is the #1 fear in America, with over 25% of Americans saying they are afraid to speak in front of a crowd. This is higher than the fear of heights, the fear of spiders, or the fear of snakes. Yes, seriously. Why? Because we're afraid to embarrass ourselves in front of our peers. In 9th grade speech class, I was so afraid, I couldn't describe how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That was my task. I was supposed to get in front of the room and describe how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I literally froze. So what I did is I chose the scariest thing that I could think of at the time to grow. I went and joined the debate team. I knew that in order to truly achieve my goals in my life, I needed to somehow face the fear. My heart still races, especially when I get out in front of people that I know or people that I want to be peers with. And so for me, it's really always about choosing to go deeper than my lizard brain and not allow my fears to stop me or define me from the things that I know I need to grow. Maybe today you're sitting at a place in your life where you know maybe something's just not quite right. Maybe you're unhappy in a relationship. Maybe you're really not loving your job. Maybe you don't love your whole entire career. Or maybe there's just something else that you know in your heart of hearts is just not where you need to be going in the future. But maybe you're also afraid to make any type of change because the fear of the unknown is often scarier than the misery you may be feeling right now. Over the past few years, we have experienced some of the biggest changes that we may ever see in our lifetimes. Quarantine, businesses shuttered by government, record unemployment, and political unrest. Millions and millions of people who thought their lives were secure found that their entire world could change in the blink of an eye. Crisis creates change, and in the midst of crisis, humans have the opportunity to truly find resilience. These are 5 companies that we know and use today that were founded in the 2008 Great Recession and contributed to some type of big change in our lives. Venmo, Groupon, Instagram, Uber, and Slack. 5 companies disrupted entire industries to change how we send money, how we travel, how we communicate, and how we purchase goods and services, just by having the courage to be disruptors in a time of crisis. In 2020, Zoom video overtook ExxonMobil in market capitalization by surging over 658% in 1 year. Think about that. An application that was founded in 2011 is now a larger company than a 135-year-old oil company founded by John Rockefeller. This is how quickly things can change for you if we only have the courage to challenge the status quo. Today's uncertainty certainly provides our lizard brain the opportunity to take a risk and choose change. For me, after the stroke, I ignored my body's whispers, shouts, and it even quite literally knocking me down. I doubled down on being successful. I worked harder. I took on bigger clients, but it came with some side effects. I gained almost 50 pounds. I opened the wine bottle, and actually probably the whole entire wine cellar, on Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock, just so I would stop thinking about all the things that were going to happen during the week. I was destroying my marriage to this lovely human, one fight at a time. Why? Because I was miserable, and misery loves company. I had done everything that the world said would make me happy, but yet I was more miserable than ever. I was so afraid of change that I just kept doing what I'd always done, and I kept getting the same unhappy results. Eventually, when I realized that my life was imploding all around me, and that the unknown actually started to look a little less painful, that was when I found the courage to change. I told you I started in finance, and in my finance practice, almost 50% of our clients were widows. Wealthy widows, who were often left unprepared to administer multi-million-dollar family businesses and the families that depended on them. As such, when their husband died and they were often thrust into scary change, their bodies started to whisper and scream with stress. One client actually microwaved her shoes. I mean, she took her shoes, put them in the microwave, and microwaved her shoes. Other clients actually broke out in shingles. You know, stress manifesting to a point that they were coming out with shingles all over their bodies. Observing these symptoms of stress, I wanted to empower women to be more prepared before change was thrust on them. So I worked in my finance career every single day. And then at night, Mike and I would go to a place and we were working to build my first business, a San Diego fitness studio. Then, a couple years later, I added in a consulting business because I wanted to help other women just like me. Women who had achieved tremendous levels of success, but woke up one day and wondered, is this as good as it's going to get for me? Am I destined to end my life right here? It wasn't always easy. My lizard brain was right to be afraid. I left a 40-hour-week job to work 90-plus hours for myself. Instead of being responsible for 35 wealthy clients, I was responsible for thousands of clients and a staff of almost 50 who counted on me to provide paychecks and financial stability. Over 7 years, I built multiple six-figure businesses, and I helped thousands of other women change their lives as well. There were a lot of challenges and opportunities to quit, but every time I was afraid to move, I looked for the one task that was so small I couldn't fail. The one task that I could complete for myself that day and find success. In the process, I learned that in helping others, that was when I started to become more fulfilled and happier in my own life. Why? Because it is impossible to be scared and hopeful at the same time. Fear and gratitude cannot exist in the same moment. So if you're ever sitting here feeling afraid, when you start thinking about the things that you're grateful for, that make your life better, all of a sudden the fear genuinely starts to disappear. So if today you're sitting here and you know that it is time to make some type of change in your life, but yet you're uncertain what to do next, start small. Go give someone else something in need. You likely joined Rotary because you realized that you felt more fulfilled in your life when you went and helped someone else. Yet often, when we hit a time in our own life of any type of uncertainty, we forget that helping others actually made us feel better ourselves. I love Nike's mission statement to bring inspiration and innovation to every single athlete in the world. But the thing about Nike, what they say is, if you have a body, you're an athlete. And to boil their mission down to its essence, it's their tagline, just do it. Your lizard brain may believe, with all of the chaos in the world today, that you are better off staying just where you are. But no decision is a decision, whether you realize it or not. Today, 18 years after that stroke, I remember that every day is a gift. Every day is an opportunity for every one of us to be better tomorrow than we are today, to be better today than we were yesterday. So, what do you want to do in your life? What change do you want to make today? Do you know? What are you grateful for? Do you ever take the time to really just take a moment and stop and ask yourself, what are you grateful for? What are you hopeful for? What is just think of one small action that you can take today that is too small to fail? What one little thing can you do that's too small to fail? Just do it. I believe in you. Your one small action may have the power to change the entire world. So, a couple things. One thing stage is it's really about the stories. So they really do want you to start with stories, come back to stories, end with stories. They want to make sure that you always have a lesson woven through the stories. My particular topic during my event was change. So all topics, every single speech had to be written about change. When I did my TED Talk, and actually most times on the TED stage, you have to memorize word for word what you're going to say, and they don't allow you to use slides. So, a couple of things. There you go. Anyone have any questions?
Okay, you're ready. Pete? Okay. Anybody got questions? Put your hands up.
Anyone want to give a TED Talk?
Got one right there, one of our guests. John.
Barbara said when she first arrived this morning that her boyfriend wants to give a TED Talk, and so, yeah. Anyone else want to give a TED Talk? Yeah. Any other questions?
John, are you not asking a question?
No, she wanted to give a TED Talk. Okay.
Pete, you got some over here.
This is more of a statement than a question, but I actually felt like you're almost like talking directly to me because I've kind of lived my whole life in that particular manner and really found that to be fantastic. And one of the things that I heard a number of years ago was the great philosopher Steve Harvey. He basically said something along the line that if you get to the edge of the cliff and you kind of wonder in your own mind, you kind of fly. He goes, the one thing I can tell you is if you don't jump off that cliff, you're not going to fly. He goes, now mind you, you might hit the ground at terminal velocity, but he goes, the one thing that anybody knows is that you're definitely not going to fly until you at least take a jump. And I think that a lot of people know that, I think most of the people in this room sort of have a safety net, and kids have a safety net and all sorts of things. And just this last year, I told my own son, I said, when he came out of college, he graduated from U of A as a commercial photographer, I said, do not take a job with anybody else. And the opposite philosophy of most parents, I said, you don't have a mortgage, you don't have a car, you don't have a girlfriend, it's whatever it is, it's going to cost you a ton of money. And I'm like, you have a safety net. I don't want you to have to use that safety net, and you know that, but you know it's there, and right now is your time to jump. And so subsequently, he's now been out of school almost a year, and he's done fantastic.
That's amazing. And I think that's such a great lesson because as kids, most of us were all told, go get the job, and my younger brother is actually way more successful than I am. And he has specifically said that he's not going to do college funds for his kids. He's going to start funds to help them each start their own businesses.
You mentioned that you tried several times to get on the TED stage and you had to kind of rehome what you were doing each time. So where did you start and how did you get to where you're at? Because that's one of the problems I'm having. What message exactly is it that I want to say? Because I think that there's all these things I could talk about. What is the one thing?
So the TED stage is, again, really looking for some type of overarching lesson, I guess. And the event that I was speaking at, the topic was change. And every single TED event has a designated topic that you have to make sure that you have done the research on what's the topic, maybe go and see what past TED events have happened in that city to even see what they're kind of looking for. But I believe that you go and you submit your package, and normally you have to go and fill it out online, enter your information, and give kind of a little outline of the talk. Always, again, put stories through the talk, always, and make sure that you're ready to talk to someone as soon as they see your application and like what you have to say. Because for me, I submitted my application, and within 48 hours maybe, I was already on Zoom with someone from that organization. Then they had me actually give my talk less than 7 days later via video. So for me, I went and I just put it all in a teleprompter, and I gave it with a teleprompter, because one of the things about my brain now after the stroke is my memory is nothing like it was. And so, I mean, in prepping for my TED Talk, I walked around with my own words in my ears for 60 days prior to make sure I knew it word for word, because again, they ask you to go and start giving it to them live or to give it on video, and they want to make sure that every single time you give it, it's the same. Because they don't want someone out on the TED stage saying something that they don't approve of. So.
Thank you for that. Are TED Talks city specific, and does Las Vegas have a recurring one?
So my year was here in Vegas, and I did mine in January of 2021, so I gave it right after we had all been quarantined. And she's not running that anymore here in Vegas. But yes, there are traditionally
Who's
cities. So Sarah was the girl that I met that approved me. So TED is one of those things you kind of buy a license. And as long as you pay for that license, you are the organizer for that event. Then that organizer can either renew, give it up, sell it to someone else, whatever you want. Good question.
Thank you. I can't leave it in there.
I'm too short. Don't go anywhere. It was every much as impactful as when, after Tina told me about you, I watched it. They were still in your ear, those words. So thank you. Thank you for your time, and in our appreciation for your time, we would like to present you with our legacy book. It is our centennial book. We turned 100 last year, and we appreciate that and hope you enjoy it. And we also would like to award you our Salute to Service Award, which represents a donation made in your name to the USO Military Family Support Program. That was wonderful. And the words go with you. Wow. So everything you wanted to know. We are running right on time. So as Anatole France said, to accomplish great things, we must not only act, but also dream, and not only plan, but also believe. And in keeping with the theme of our RI President Gordon McAnally, to create hope in the world, and as American anthropologist Margaret Mead said, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that can. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're at that time. Thank you. Meeting adjourned. See you next week.